Right, we're back with the Valy
Raznox.
Raznox um, rematch. There we go. I couldn't get that word out, and right off the bat we got a lagger. That's fine. I'm okay with that because I thought it was me. While this guy's lagging, why don't we get the introductions? Go for it, John.
Alright, so it's a rematch between Raznox and Valy. Valy being the master. He won the last game with his Blink Stalkers and good micro, in my opinion. And he's at the 6 o'clock position. While we got Raznox over here at the 9 o'clock position. And he's going to discover in just a few moments that the Protoss is at the bottom. And he'll be able to expand comfortably, considering that.
That's a very good point, but the big question is he going to see it and remove his Overlord immediately? Or we're going to find out real soon right here.
If you press 2, we'll get to see what the Nexus in Valy's base sees.
You're absolutely right. I still know how to do that.
There we go.
Good man, good man. You pulled it right away. Question is if Valy saw it with his Supermaster eyes.
Yeah, I think he saw it straight away. Yeah, because he pulled his probe off from the 3 o'clock position. Normally he would continue going counterclockwise, go to the 12 o'clock position, but no, he made it go straight to the 9 o'clock position. He knew that Overlord was scouting from the 9 o'clock.
Okay. Well, that's what makes him a master, I guess. Just that one observational skill he possesses. Nothing else, of course. Just kidding. But yeah, I hadn't noticed that myself. Good catch. So yeah, he's blocking off his choke down there because he's gonna go for another fast expand probably. Yeah, he's throwing down a forge and a gateway. So yeah, he's gonna expand pretty soon.
Absolutely. Gas coming up or anything like that, he's investing everything in mineral mining.
You know, it's another situation, same as the last one, except maybe because they're closer by air, maybe he should go for that fast spire. Don't know. You know what? I'd still go for some fast roaches and put on some early aggression because he's getting his natural block. This is Raznox, of course. He's getting his natural blocked off by that tap dancing probe there. And if he just pumped out a whole ton of zerglings and roaches nice and early, he could make a crack in that wall. Even though some cannons are down, he could still make a crack in that wall and just send some zerglings for a run by. And that would be devastating to the economy and, well, pretty much anything. Icefire getting to roaches. All right.
Just as you said.
Maybe this is the way to go. You know, he's not trying to get that expansion, which is good. Maybe he's going to do exactly what I think he should have done to begin with. Because if you look at that choke over there in Valy's base, he does have a little hole with a zealot next to it. What he could do is just crack that one pylon on the east side and just push his zerglings through. Yeah, he can take a couple of losses while he's sitting there trying to crack that pylon, but it shouldn't take too long if he's got a number of roaches, and he could just do a zergling run by, and that would be pretty devastating. And I'm just rambling on, so why don't you give us a little diamond opinion?
Sure thing. Well, your idea about the zerglings running by, that is not going to happen because he's not getting the metabolic boost for the zerglings, especially since he saved up all those larvae to get out 7 early roaches. He's going for the push right now. Yep, here we go. This is going to be the one base roach push. I don't think it's going to work because the cannons are going to easily repel him away.
They sure are, and
he's getting more because he knows they're coming.
He could have really used some zerglings, because what you can do with like 6 or 8 zerglings, you know, doesn't cost you all that much. You stick them at the front there. The cannons are going, oh my god, I'm trying to kill these zerglings. Meanwhile, the roaches are doing a little bit of damage. But no, he figures that just roaches is going to work. And attacking the gateway is just going to work. Ah, okay, he's focusing the pylon. That's better. Unfortunately,
yeah,
though, I don't think this is going to pan out in his favor at all. He could really use some speedlings right now. Let's see what he's thinking. No, he's thinking, I'll just go drones.
Yeah, I mean, he cannot break through this entrance. Oh, look at that. A little sneaky expansion at the 12 o'clock position. Alright, maybe it is a bit too late, but I don't think Valy knows that. But we'll see. We'll see how this pans out.
I gotta be honest with you, I don't think Valy even needs to know that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because once again, the Protoss is in the economic lead, and give him a couple more minutes to solidify that second base with good saturation and whatnot. He's gonna be pumping out a whole lot of action, and that's gonna put the Zerg at a huge disadvantage. Just because, I mean, what's he got? He's got 7 roaches, and that's it. What he probably should have done is teched up to lair nice and fast, gotten a Nidus, and stuck it in the back of the base there.
I was just thinking that.
That's the only way to beat this, because he's gone late economic again. I mean, no. I wish I could shout a little bit louder, but I can't. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this turns out here. Oh, he's building a lot of stuff here. He's macroing up some drones now. Even though this is already an oversaturated main, he'll Maynard them as soon as that hatchery comes up, which it's already come up. Oh, I'm not sure I agree with another expansion. Now he's like really trying to catch up. It's going to be down to the Protoss to start getting those production facilities, which he's doing in his main.
I like that. He canceled the Stargate that was coming up that the Overlord spotted, and decided to just instead throw down a Robo. Good idea. Good idea. I like canceling the buildings that get scouted and going somewhere else, because now the Zerg might try to overcompensate for air units, maybe busting out a bunch of Hydras when he could really use something else, maybe more roaches. I don't know. We'll have to see. Made you look.
Yeah. The Overlord came back just to take a look and see what's going on, and I'm going to take a look at the Zerg's play cam. Yeah, I think he spotted that the Thane there, and now he's responding by getting the right building, which is the Spire. So he's going to do a little bit of harassment. It's the right choice, unless Valy decides to get some Blink Stalkers, which would take out those mutas in no time.
Sure would. But still, those mutas can do a fair bit of harassment, you know. Really upset the probe line and keep those stalkers moving, keep them focused on the mutas while he moves in the front door with some Zerglings, maybe? I don't know, I'd like to see that. But no, he's just going economic. So even if the Protoss pushed out in like maybe a minute, maybe got a couple more stalkers, a couple of zealots, if the Protoss pushed out, he'd have it. He'd take it. There are no crawlers. There don't seem to be any plans for any reinforcements anytime soon. That Spire's still got a little while on it.
I'll tell you what Raznox is going for. Well, and he just got scouted. His Spire just got scouted by the Observer there, so he knows that there's going to be a mutas coming along, and that is exactly what Raznox is saving all that gas for. He's going straight for mutas. We'll see in a second that he's getting a Hydra Den. I'm getting a little confused here, I gotta be honest.
Spreading himself a bit thin, I think.
Yeah, and he doesn't have enough harvesters to keep this kind of thing going. But actually, he's already starting to macro them out. But now that there's a bit of an army starting to get built by the Protoss, I don't know. It's tight.
He's just trying to play catch-up a little too much. I mean, he's pumped out a couple of roaches, but whatever, because if you take a look, the Protoss have 2 bases. The Protoss has 2 bases, sorry, and he's got just as many harvesters as the Zerg, which has 3 bases.
Actually, now he's pulled ahead. Look at that. Jesus. And harvesters.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, now he just quickly threw a bunch of harvesters up there on the north. That's fine, but still, playing catch up, not a good idea. He should have focused on something. He's spreading himself too thin. He's saying, okay, I'm going to expand. Okay, now I'm going to saturate. Okay, now I'm going to get some mutas. Oh, hold on. I think some Hydras would be great too. That's spreading yourself a little too thin, and I don't think this is going to work out in his favor at all.
You know what's funny? He didn't get mutas in the end. I think he spotted that the Observer spotted the Spire being built, and then he decided to get the Hydra Den instead. And now he's keeping a ground army. Look, in the production tab, we see 8 Hydras coming out, and the Hydra grooved spines is being researched, and it just finished. So he's actually going to keep it strictly to ground forces, and wow, I think that was a good idea. Even though, yeah, the Spire cost quite a bit of money to put up, he might have actually seen that Observer passing by the Spire, and that would have been something.
Actually, yeah, that wasn't a half bad idea at all. But I'll tell you what I'd like to see With this many stalkers, what I'd like to see is a whole bunch of roaches and a couple of broodlords. Even with blink stalkers, it's hard to take out broodlords quite well as long as those roaches are harassing you on the ground. Because man, just 3 or 4 broodlords would be pretty awesome. Let's see if he thinks the same thing I'm thinking. But no, he's not.
Yeah.
He's too busy trying to defend that north base, or well, he's too busy watching it die.
Yeah. But I think the army composition for Raznox is ideal against all these gateway units. Yeah, sure, he's got blink stalkers and he's got a great blink micro going on, but I think that the numbers are starting to roll in favor of Raznox because he's just pumping out units quite quickly now.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, his natural isn't anywhere near saturated. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna pump out a couple of overlords from those leftover larvae at his northern base. That's nice, making the most of a bad situation there. He's got a pretty big number of roaches and hydras. I mean, if he just went up against those stalkers by themselves, they'd be finished. But now with 2 Colossus in the mix, I don't know. This is anyone's game at this moment. And like I said, those broodlords right now, I mean, yeah, it's quite an investment. But if he'd started it early, they would make a big difference, especially against Colossus.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at this.
See? De Beer, just what I said. Even though it doesn't fit, it fits like a glove, you fool.
Wow.
Doesn't matter if he's got blink. As long as you've got the roaches out front, broodlords way in the back, and some hydras just keeping them cozy. I don't know, man. I think that would be a devastating combination to have right now. But whatever. Let's see what he does. Oh, he's got some corruptors. Handle those colossi very, very nicely.
Yeah. What's really annoying me? I gotta say it now. This observer over here, near the northern Zalnaga Tower, has been watching everything since the beginning. I mean, he knows exactly what he's got, and
I know, and he
knows
refuses to just bust out one quick overseer and just look for that observer and take it out.
Hey, maybe he hasn't spotted that little blur that you see when it goes by, when it's invisible.
Well,
but I don't know. It gets kind of obvious when it's following you the entire game.
He must have seen it at some point, man. You know, you think he might have seen it roll by as Spire earlier in the game. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But always have one overseer, just like TLO does when he's playing Terran. He's always scanning, always watching for that observer, and he keeps killing those observers. It's just horrible, actually. Horrible for the Protoss, that is.
I think this is going to be a bad engagement to be had here. I think he's moving in way too early, especially with all those cannons supporting. This is just a bad move.
Bad positioning, terrible positioning. Oh no, that's. Oh.
He doesn't even have the corruptors there to back him up.
Oh.
He doesn't have creep or anything. I think that's it. He just lost the game.
Oh yeah, that's it. His forces just got decimated. I don't even think Valy took much in the way of losses at all. Oh, look at those stalkers make short work of the corruptors. Okay, so he took a Colossus. Psst. And I think this is the FTW push.
He's going for 26 roaches. Little. Oh, that's just going to be useless because the blink stalkers just upgraded and everything. And then you got the Colossi on top of you. This is the end of the game.
Yeah, that's all she wrote, I think.
Oh yeah, he's trying to focus down the Colossi, but they just took the high ground, and that's the end of the game.
And that's that, just as we predicted, because, you know, we're that good. Like I said at the beginning, it looked like the same thing that happened before. Should have just gone for that one base aggression and try to pull it out rather than play catch-up economy, which was not a very good idea. Sure, I mean, his economy did get good at the end there, but by that time it was too late. The Protoss had already amassed a critical number of units. He just went in, wiped it out, and the rest was history.
Yeah.
Not much else to say about that, eh?
No, you're right. That's it. I think he should have gone in for a nice early thing. Your Nidus idea, that would have been ideal, but
because he wasn't spotting the western side of his base for quite a long time. That quick early Nidus and a whole bunch of roaches and maybe some speedlings just to harass the probe line would have really set the Protoss back a lot. if not to beat him, at least to put him back very, very far enough that the Zerg could